You're welcome once again to Kaftan TV's flagship talk show, Matters Arising. And on this show, in-house journalists, in-house seasoned broadcast journalists take on issues that are trending, whether they're national, whether they're international. They take on those topics, and that's where we are right now once again. And my name is Dayo Omoogun.
My name is Ekaette Ibuot. Welcome. All
right, as you already know, most of you who are our ardent viewers, and for those who are just coming for the first time, we like to let you know that this program is designed with you in mind, in order to make it conversational, in order to make it engaging, and to make it incisive. And so we expect that in the course of the program, you will call in so we can also have your own contribution. And it's a very important part of the program. That's to say that you're a very important part of the program. And so I welcome you once again, and we go straight to the topic today. And what's the topic today? National Assembly, that is both houses, House of Reps and Senate, are considering 31 proposals for for creation of new states. 31 only. Yeah. So that means if they were to sail through, we will be going to 67 states. And so we're asking, are we ready for that? Are we ripe for 67 states? We're about 230 million people, and we do know that America, if I recall, is about 350 million people, and they only have 50 states. And I think that it becomes very worrisome when we begin to ask for states like we're asking for some piece of cake. Well, maybe the concern, maybe the motivational factor is that people desire government to be a lot closer to them. They desire development, and in some cases they talk about equity. And yeah, while these might be very solid reasoning, I think that beyond and above all that consideration will be the economic viability of the states. Even right now that we have 36 states, if not for the monies that have come by reason of the subsidy removal, many of the states on their own were that poor that they couldn't really run proper governments. Especially when you add the fact that there are all kinds of leakages, all kinds of corruption and all that. Now, if you talk about very, truly, seriously poor states, you'll be talking about a lot of the northern states. You talk about Yobe State, you talk about Sokoto State, you talk about Zamfara State, and a whole lot that way. And they're not yet viable on their own. And then we're thinking of creating new ones. In fact, very funny part is that some states, tiny states on their own, some of them even landlocked, are asking, 3 states are being asked out of Kogi State, for example. 3 states from Kogi alone. There's the Okura, there's the Okun, and then there's one other one that they are asking from from Kogi State alone. And then there are other states like that are also asking for 3 states. And you wonder, how exactly will the states be delineated? Are we going to have states that looks like local government areas? There are a whole lot of issues, but I think I'll leave it here so Ekaette can weigh in.
Thank you, Dayo, but let me start from before getting into the topic for today, let me start by arguing with you on when you said some states from the northern parts are considered poor. I don't believe there's any state in Nigeria that is poor.
Yeah.
The truth is, most state governors have decided to be spoon-fed. Everybody's attention is on federal government. Dayo, me and you know that there is no state in Nigeria that does not have resources.
Correct.
Especially
like the Zamfara that I mentioned.
They have gold.
Large deposits of gold.
And that is even more, if not more lucrative than even oil. So what are we saying? It's just that I think and some of these natural resources are being tapped illegally. So that's the problem we have. And then for the topic for today, for me, and it's my opinion, I think it's a mixed bag kind of situation, like you had pointed out. A lot of Nigerians feel they are not being carried along, they're being segregated in terms of tribal issues and all that. I think if we have new states, it's actually going to bring governance closer to the people. I'm sure these are some of the reasons for these agitations, because if somebody is, if all the tribes, if there's a level playground for everybody, if there's justice, if there's equity, I don't think there's need for some of these agitations. And then moving away from there, the question is, do we really need new states? The ones we already have, are we able to manage these states? Like you said, some of these states are even finding it difficult to carry, like for instance, like the issue of minimum wage. Some of the states are not able to pay. And in terms of infrastructural developments, some of these states, like the states you mentioned, is now agitating for 3. We know what is happening in that state. So, the truth is, we have a whole lot of issues to be addressed currently in Nigeria. I think the creation of states is not part of it, because we have a whole lot of security issues, killings here and there. These are things that have not been addressed. I think it's time for politicians to take the issue of governance and leadership seriously, than trying to play and toy with the minds and feelings of Nigerians. How can people be discussing issues like state creation when, as it stands, Nigerians are not feeding well? As it stands, a whole lot of infrastructural decay. And the worst is the issue of insecurities. I think what a National Assembly should try to address as we are discussing now is the issue of insecurity, like the killings in Benue State. Not for them to be...
the killings in Benue State, another one has happened in Plateau.
Of course. And not for them to be discussing frivolities, because to me, this is not what we need for now. We need to... There are other issues, burning issues that must be addressed. I think politicians really take Nigerians for granted, because and then what they want is just their own interest. And some of these people calling for creation, some of these senators and House of Rep members calling for this creation of these states, it's for their own benefit.
Exactly. It's
for their own benefit.
Elitist agenda.
Yes, it's
an
for them.
agenda. They're looking for opportunities at those levels to either also man those states or
of course
their cronies.
They will definitely man those states.
So those are that's why we should, like you're saying, that's why citizens should tell the world, tell Nigerians, tell the National Assembly, this is not the problem. We don't need balkanization of Nigeria for us to make progress. If governments can be responsible, if governments will take their basic responsibilities seriously, so much so that every state, like you said, can develop the resources they have within their state, and if they can be large-hearted enough to ensure that everybody enjoys the benefits.
Yes.
We have states, for example, where every single thing that goes to the state will land at the capital city.
Yes.
Will land in some particular geographical zones. I don't want to mention particular states. Yeah, you find out that in those kind of states, people from a particular region, most of the time, are the ones who can govern the state by reason of their number.
Yeah.
And then you find out that the development that gets to them is mostly in those areas. And that's unfair, because it's not the vote of those people alone that brought you to office. And your mandate, your oath, is not to those people alone.
And then, Dayo, some of them, under the pretext of, some of them claim is actually going to draw development, draw governance to the people. For me, I think if the issue of local government autonomy is properly addressed, there is no local government in Nigeria that wouldn't enjoy the dividends of democracy. So instead of creation of more states, I think the local government level should be strengthened.
That's it.
For now.
That's it. Imagine 67 states. That's what it will come to if this new 31.
Is it local governments?
Exactly. For example, how big really is Kogi State? So if you now want 3 states from Kogi, by the way, I think 3 states aside the current Kogi,
making it 4.
So it will make it 4. First, how will you delineate? No, I think that we need to get serious. I think that many times we joke too much.
We joke too much. It's a joke.
We trivialize issues too much. It's a joke. So I think that we need to get serious and get to serious business. It's even a kind of distraction. It's like taking the attention of people away from things that matter, like the security that you talked about. How can you be talking about 31 states?
An irrelevant
it's not totally
issue.
Irrelevant. If you're talking about states and it's you really want to give it some importance, you probably will be thinking of Southeast, who have been agitating for one more state so that they can
just creation of very few states.
Exactly, very few. Maybe one state in the Southeast.
And it shouldn't really be a very big issue like that.
Then you're talking 31 states. Well, I was just going to say that you can call in, and one caller has already showed. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome to Kaftan TV, Matters Arising.
I'm calling from my voice.
Pastor, okay, Koji.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You see, that's why I love to listen to this Kaftan program. If what Kaftan TV discusses enters to the ears of this our so-called politicians, I think that Nigeria will be okay. But my problem is that they don't listen to Kaftan.
No, I think they do.
Are you sure?
Yes, they do.
It's just that they don't take the
and sometimes even whatever actions they're going to take, it's not going to be something, it's not going to be just like a magic wand. Yeah, so they do.
Because I think that Kaftan is trying to expose or bring up the mind of Nigerians.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The issue is that these so-called politicians are criminals. They are only after themselves. Can you now imagine one or 62 states that every person now will become governor in Nigeria now.
Don't you want to be a governor, Pastor?
Can you tell me that the ones that are already governor, what are they doing for the country? They have silenced the autonomy of local government by standing against it for them not to be challenged by the so-called local government people. They hijack the local government resources, they hijack the state resources, and they still ask for more states. That senators, after coming from Senate, they become governor. House of members, after coming, they become governor. Well, I'm sorry for this country, but if God will help us, I know that it's only God that will deliver this country called Nigeria. The best thing for this country is region, not state. If I'm to suggest, this country is to be divided into 4 regions. Still we answer one Nigeria. Let each region manage their security and their resources, and still we answer one Nigeria. I believe that is the easy thing. But for this state, it's for their enrichment and for their betterment. They are not thinking. Imagine how much is it now? Okay, today fuel has added money, whereas crude oil is increasing. That's supposed to bring our own internal oil fuel here down. Rather, it is increasing our own fuel here. Tell me what is going on in this country. Well, it's only prayer that will help us. May God bless Captain.
Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nigerians are really concerned about national issues when you hear the passion in their voices when they contribute on this.
Honestly, sometimes it's as if
it's very touching.
It's a joke.
Hello. You're welcome to Kaftan
Good
TV.
evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening. Hello, good evening.
You're welcome, sir.
This is Evangelist Luke Nike on the line.
Go ahead, sir.
Calling from Djibouti.
All right.
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Clearly.
Yes. You see, thank God that I've been able to watch you live tonight.
Right.
You see, I won't say much. Madam and yourself, you have said a lot concerning this state creation. I will not lend my support for that now, because what we need now is food. Many Nigerians are hungry, and I've been beckoning on this federal government to reduce the price of fuel to 200 naira. If that is done, you see, all this will have hunger, insecurity will completely reduce, if not completely eradicated. So the issue of state creation now is not what we really need. They should revamp the economy, combat insecurity. Let death penalty be placed on anyone that kills willingly in the name of whatever, in the name of bandit, Boko Haram, and what have you. But the government has been playing politics with all this. It's only what will favor them that they are after. They know that if more states are created, then many of them will have the opportunity of becoming the governor after leaving their senatorial and ministerial assignment to come and put more money into their pocket at the expense of the suffering Nigeria. You see, until our politicians begin to see the masses, to have concern for the welfare of the masses and shun their own personal benefits, we are just sitting on a keg of gunpowder. God bless Captain television.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful, pleasant time.
And I rejoice with you that you have lights this night. Yeah. You know, most of the time you call in and say, what is the program or what is the topic? All right, thank you so much for your steadfast commitment to Nigeria and to Kaftan TV and your love for us. Thank you so much. We'll take the next caller. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome. Awusko?
Yes, sir.
I know. All right. You're welcome.
We are lucky to have light this night.
Oh, really?
That's why I'm privileged to call.
Okay, let's hear you now. Awusko from Kaduna, is it?
From Kaduna, yeah, from
Right.
Nasrawa, Kaduna.
All right then.
Just as you people have said here, this National Assembly, I'm sorry to say, do not meet up with the expectations of Nigerians. At this crucial time, that insecurity and crime and hunger is on the increase. They are dabbling into state creation. They want to become governors or what? This local government is enough to bring development to the closeness of the people. Local government should be strengthened. Not this cosmetic one that they just did, that the governor, that the president just did, the Supreme Court just did, and governors have fought on it. Right now, money is not going directly, and even if it goes directly, the governors have their lackeys, their cronies as chairman, so they give back the money to the governor. That is why a strategic local government that is answerable to the people, not to the governors, is what we need. And so that crime can be curtailed. You know, local government chairmen and traditional rulers at the grassroots could be able to take care of their own immediate domain and curtail the crime rate that is on the increase. National Assembly in civilized crime, just like the president indirectly indicted the IG of not arresting the culprit in Benue State. They should be drilling the service chief, drilling them with question: why is crime on the increase? Why is bandit on the increase? Why is this on the increase? But the reverse is the case. Just as those men of God said, only God and prayers that will save this country. And we need to start to pray so that things turn around. Because as it's going now, only God can save us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Awusko.
Thank you.
Well, I think that prayers are very important in life, in society, but I think that there's a place for prayer and there's a place for action.
Yes.
There's a place for people action.
Yes.
So we can't say that all that's going to save us is prayer. No. Prayer, there's a place for prayer. There's a place for example, one area where we've been missing it is our voting system, our election. I mean, we keep finding a situation where the persons that are not really voted get the offices. And so it's a travesty, and I don't know, but I think that those are the things that we
and you know, once we don't get our election right,
then
everything is wrong, because the few, they don't need our votes.
Exactly, to get
because
us off.
if really you need, if you know voting determines you are winning an election, I mean, you sit up. There's no way where killings are going on in Nigeria, hunger everywhere in Nigeria, and then you go there and be discussing frivolities.
It's very sad. It's very sad. I mean, imagine that President Tinubu just went to Benue about a week ago, and I think it was like enough is enough, and all that. Yet a few days later,
we had
again in Plateau State about 12 people killed. So it becomes it's really frustrating. Hello, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah, welcome. My name is Alpha Solomon.
If you make yourself a little bit more audible, it will be nice.
Okay, my name is Alpha Solomon.
All right, Albert Solomon. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better, much better.
Okay. I think this our so-called politicians. These our so-called politicians. They are the problem of this country. Instead of thinking of how Nigeria should move forward, they are only thinking of themselves. And secondly, the issue of Nigeria is not all about creation of a state. Because creating of state yields nothing. Rather, is to strengthen the local government and bring more government close to the people. Is all about local government. Because the local government has their own autonomy, so-called autonomy they say, and are not effecting it. I don't think our politicians are really trying for this country. They are selfish, self-centeredness, so myopic in sense. So we pray that we should get it well.
All right, Albert. By the way, you didn't tell us where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Kogi. I'm calling from Lokoja.
Lokoja.
Kogi, that is agitating for 3 states.
There are 3 states requests from your state. Well, that's what we've seen, and we do hope that a superior argument will prevail. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
It's so sad, the kind of frivolity street that we're being taken through in this country. It's very sad. Real matters get sidelined, and then the things that don't matter will make so much song and dance about it.
You mean some group of persons just sat down
and that's what they
discuss that?
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Dayo, good evening. Ekaette, good evening. TV, good evening, Nigeria. My name is Ola from Lagos.
Oh, how's Lagos?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm sure your day went well.
Yeah, we've missed you for some few editions. You've not been able to call in.
Yes, but sometimes I check as well that maybe you are not having program on the
okay, on Montessori. Okay.
So I just believe that maybe
we have some technical issues.
My people are there, so let me just
all right, it really means that you're watching us. Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So the discussion tonight is just like you have said that most of the time we turn things to prayer, and God has done the same prayer God you are praying to in Nigeria as what you are praying to in US.
Exactly.
In UK. So, and the Bible says faith without work is dead.
Yeah.
So automatically things have to be done. And now, how the things have to be done? For example, I was listening to a report today. If you are talking about, state creation, the question is that current one that we have, what have they done? What are the impacts on Nigeria? At the time in this station, I hardly celebrate anything that this government does. But at least at the time we are talking about local government autonomy.
Yeah.
And it was celebrated, was added. Now after today,
about 1 year after.
And even the height of it, go to Osho State today, you see the crisis that is happening in Osho, that the people at the local government are suffering, whereas the people in government, they are living large. Go to farming. You see the price of food. Every time you talk about it, I've been able to talk to farmers. Even after today, somebody was making a reference to they cannot go to farm. So if you are given tractors to who? To do what?
Because if the place is secure, that is when you can say, okay, this is still a tractor to go and farm. And the price of food. Now I can tell you that people now take drugs, they don't have food to eat, and it's affecting them. And there has been sudden collapse and death here and there. All the happen of it is not a story that I know that happened because they are taking the drug, there's no food. Now, if you look at unemployment, you see, somebody called and said, when we are talking about price of fuel, I bought fuel 7 nights at the time. After this Sunday, I bought 8.90. When I was coming today from office, I saw 9.30. Then, and I was telling some people that, okay, fine, the barrel of oil in international market has gone up. It's supposed to be an advantage to us. If you check some of these small-scale industries, what they do is, all of them, they are using fuel. But one way or another, they have shut down. Because the moment the price goes up, even banks, they will tell those branches, you cannot operate as at the hour you are operating.
Yeah.
And when they start to tell them that unemployment downsizing start to take place, when unemployment takes place, what are they going to resort to? You see those Okada guys, they resort to some of them to robbery and to all kind of things. What I'm saying is this: we are living in a society that the people that are managing our resources, they have totally abandoned Nigerians. And if you look at the difference, you can see the I was looking at the cars that these people they carry and comparing to what Nigerians are going through. Go and check rent now these days. Rent has doubled, has gone up astronomically that people cannot even pay their rent. So the question is, what are they doing in National Assembly? Section 14 of the Nigerian Constitution says that the security and welfare of the people shall be the responsibility of government. And it is in this they derive their power. And if you look at the next section, when the government cannot put that in place, it is an impeachable offense. But instead of doing that, you see the president party, the National Assembly headed by Senator Fabio, and all of them parlaying each other and settling themselves and living large. When I look at what happened in January, it is something that I always find difficult to watch it again, because I cry for if over 1,000 had to die in a state before somebody can now tell me that they did not give president the required information. When I check the budget, the president on media alone, they have 10 million for newspaper and 20 million for other form of information. So if you are now telling me that they don't give the president the right information, and until when the latest 200 now died, and he was on his way to Kaduna, that he now said, let me go there. And the funniest thing is that politicians don't even care about the children. You put the children on the road, you put and they are going through gnashing of teeth. They are still mourning their body. They cannot declare holiday among the people that died in benefit. But when the president initially they wanted to go and do and go and put clothes and stay on the road and be dancing, or the way people started shouting. So all those things that are happening is clear that Nigeria should not rise up. I used to hear that Nigeria should not go out and vote, that they know what to do. No! Nigeria, the power to elect and to remove is in the hand of Nigeria. You still go out. I've been saying this to all Nigerians. Be ready. It is Nigeria versus the government. We are the opposition. There's no opposition anywhere. They know how to settle themselves. Nigerians should rise up and not be discouraged. That 2020 years election, whatever we have to do about electoral district, we have to do it.
All right. We have to let you go now.
Yeah, thank you. So that Nigeria can go out and do the right thing and not just pray alone, but pass their prayer with good work. God bless Captain. God bless you all. God bless
Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah, so I mean, look at several issues he has brought that we should be talking about, that we should be doing something about. Yet we would rather be talking about creating states. Hello? Okay, please get back to us.
A whole lot of issues. You know what? I'm just imagining that you were sent by your constituents to come out, represent them. Nigeria is burning. A whole lot of issues, and then you're now sitting somewhere and talking about state creation. I mean,
you know that's, I mean, like what Ola was saying, that's where the people must really take their stand. This is where people should mass around the National Assembly and say, this is not what we want, for
exactly.
example.
I thought you were about talking about election, because they have this confidence that they don't need our vote.
Hello, good evening there.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay. Thank God for Castan that gives us opportunity to view. God bless you people.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
You people are doing wonderfully.
Thank you
But
very
don't be
much.
partial. Don't support the government.
Thank you. What's your name and where you're calling from? Huh?
This concerned citizen from Dayo.
What? Concerned citizen, okay. Concerned citizen from Bayelsa.
My brother, I want to differ from many people who are saying the politicians are a problem. They are not. They are not. How many are there in this country? Not like what you say, that we should rise up. Somebody is holding something our team and is playing on our intelligence. We should quiet. There are 3 groups of people that are the problem of this country, which we will pray, may God help them to rise up. The first is you and I. We are too cold. We are too cold. We are afraid of death. Whether you believe it or not, you will die. I will die one day. Nobody will live forever. Because these few people feel that we are nobody. What will we do? You know why? Now, the second group are the security agents. And this is what they are using to intimidate us. Just imagine what happened in Benue State. Assuming the president's family member is involved, the Senate president family member involved, or governor, is that the way they will treat the issue? We are talking about 200 souls, not 1, 200 souls. No public holiday declared, no state of emergency. Our president is telling us it's just, as if that's the time they told you about it. 200 souls. If a woman had a miscarriage, you know how the family will feel. I mean, a miscarriage, a child that is not seen. If a woman delivers a child and the child died, and the woman is alive, do you know how the family will feel? And you are talking about 200 souls. These are mature people in secondary school, university, breadwinners, father and mother and all the rest. This country. Blood is flowing as if it's water. And just few people are enjoying. Oh my God. The third group of people are the judiciary. Those who will see the truth, even by the constitution, they will now look the other way around because of money. That they will die one day and live all. Look at what happened in this air crash from India to London. How many souls? Was it not the end of everything for those people? Brother, I'm praying that God, may you touch the judiciary, may you touch our security agents, that these few people are taking us for granted in this country. Look at the way we are talking as if we can't do anything. I'm not saying we are going to be violent. No. When I look at Akpabio walking around, Tinubu walking around, brother, they are human beings. They drink water. No, listen, they drink water. The only power they have, because security agents protect them. If all of us go to National Assembly, if we go to their houses, brother, it's becoming too much. It looks as if we're nobody in this country. 200 souls dying in Benue State, yet no public holiday, no state of emergency. Because they are not concerned, they were not connected. You know what you mean, a soul, a breadwinner, a father, a mother, a son, somebody you spend money to plan in the university. The people that died in Benue State, just imagine, a country of how many millions? 200 people died. Yet it's taken as if, oh my God, may God help us in this country. May God help us. Every agents are begging you people, help us. Our
our leaders are taking us for granted.
Thank you, Consensus Leader. Thank you very much. I don't really even know what to say. And he's made a very vital point that
all of them have spoken very well.
exactly. I mean, we must act. The people must act. It's a good time for the people to mass around the National Assembly and say, see, that's not what we want. Else, because it's something that concerns them, that favors them, they will swing it, it will happen. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
I can hear you. Welcome to the show.
My name is Malan Dayo.
Malam
From
Dayo.
Kogi State.
All right, okay.
From Kogi State.
Yes, let's hear your contribution.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is I'm a first caller. I'm a first caller to this program. Because of that, because of light, that is why I did not used to watch the program.
Oh, okay.
But I'm very happy to have joined you today.
Thank God.
The issue of creation of state, which you have mentioned.
You need to help us and help yourself by cutting down the volume of the TV. The volume.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Better.
In Nigeria, we don't need creation of state now. What we only need is creation of local governments. Because the present states that have been created, we don't know what the governors are doing. And you said something now. Prayer has a place that we work, and to rise up has a place that it will work. But Nigeria, we cannot rise because of our corruption attitude. Because if you rise, they will go and block it with money. Then you that we are part of those people that rise, they will go and lock you up. Are you getting me? So another issue is insecurity. That is what the state has, the government has to face. We are in hunger, insecurity in the whole country, and now we say we want to create another state. If you create state, are you creating it for animals or for human beings? Or are you creating it for those insurgents which are distorting the people? So, in fact, we don't know where we are going, but I know by the grace of God, Nigerians will soon know where we are going.
All right.
Because we need to start from somewhere. Like what somebody has said in respect of this insecurity, that he gave 3 points, and those 3 points are very, very important. And as they are very important, who will go and show himself first?
Cool.
This is the man that has said it. If they say let us go now, we will not go. Because he knows that they will shoot him. And once you lose your life because of some people, they will be laughing at your children. So I think what we only have to hammer is let them create local government.
Let them strengthen
the
local
COVID
government.
state you are now talking about that they need tracing. It's not possible. I'm a co-guy. So I know all loops and corners. Is it Kogi overseas or this in Ibuot or Central? We only need local government. So I think that is what they just have to focus. But with our corruptive attitude, they will do what they like. If they are saying, do we mind them?
All right, Malam Dayo.
Would they mind them? Let us do what we are doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is my own submission for today, but next time I will contribute.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. And I pray that you people will always have light so we can come.
Dayo, do you know, in fact, the whole scenario is quite funny. Do you know, I've been thinking deep. Do you know, for a while now, for the space of, I think, 2 months, we have not really been having topical issues where politicians, our leaders, come out to the issues we've been battling with is that of all over the headlines, is that of insecurity. And then defection. We've not, do you know, it's just insecurity and defection. People are just jumping up and down because they don't, like I said earlier, if only they believe, which they know, if really they have regards for our votes, people will stay one place. So now every politician is running to a particular party because they know that is the ruling party.
That's where food is ready.
That's where food is ready. If you are just there, it's probably going to be an automatic return for you. So you see them jump up and down everywhere. It's just insecurity, defection. And then now another frivolous thing, which is still for their own interest, is now creation of states. You can see how these people take us for granted.
Very sad. Let's hear from this caller. Hello?
Hello.
You're welcome to Kaftan TV.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome.
This is Mr. Emmanuel.
From where?
I'm calling from Omoogun State.
All right.
Yeah, like one of the callers said, politicians are not our problem. If you check the number of the enforcement agencies in the whole Nigeria, and the number of all the senators, and the number of all the leaders, they are no more than the masses. Our problem is what Fela said. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to come out and fight for his or her right. Everyone is scared. And all these leaders and all the enforcement agencies have seen the handwriting on the wall. And that is why they are treating us like an animal. What is happening in Nigeria cannot happen in any Arab country. The masses will take it up. The leaders know that. So, but in Nigeria, the leaders are not our problem. The problem are the masses. Okay, take for example what happened during the NSAS. If such a thing can happen again, do you think all the leaders will sit comfortably in their office? No. Fear will grip them. Look at what happened in Benue State. Everybody is crying, lamenting, and all that. But if the masses, the people of Kogi State, can come out, protest, shut down all the government offices, you will see that both the Commission of Police and the governor will sit well. Because the number of the masses in Kogi State are more than all the enforcement agencies in Kogi State and the leaders in Kogi State. Our problem in this country is the masses who will come. And once one of them comes out, they will settle them. That one will not go inside. So I believe and I thank you all for the good work you people are doing, trying to speak and encourage the masses. I can see what you people are doing is to encourage the masses to think and sit well. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess you're still speaking. Okay. Now, the truth is, I think we need to grow to the point where Nigerians know that power actually rests with the people. I think that's the problem. we do not know the power that we carry. It's a lack of understanding of who we are. You know, if you, how do I put this now? How do I do this analogy now? A prince could live the life of a pauper if he does not know who he is.
Exactly.
And that's what I think is playing out in Nigeria. We don't actually know the power that we carry. If we're resolute and determined that this time around we want our votes to count, there's a way that election results will come out. You can't rig. You can't rig.
You know,
the results will be so. You can't rig it.
You know why it looks as if Nigerians don't know what to do? The truth is, Nigerians have been traumatized. The worst you can do to anybody is when poverty
is weaponized. It's unfortunate.
See, that has disabled a whole lot of Nigerians.
I guess we'll need to leave it here because of time. And good point, very solid point Ekaette was making. But who knows? We might be able to continue that in a subsequent episode. At this point, it's good night from me. My name is Dayo Omoogun.
Good night. I remain Ekaette, Ibuot.
And as we say at Kaftan TV, imagine a beautiful world.